Good morning, everybody. I never thought I'd be back outside after yesterday. Oh yeah, boy. Tell you what, it's a glorious day today. Look at this. Superb. Look at the sun just beating out through the clouds, just breaking through. See that? Just breaking through the sunrise. Absolutely idyllic. So what we're going to speak about today, when they don't want you to grow. I suppose we're here for the brutal truth, and this is the reality. This is how things happen, eh? The gloom and the fog are beginning to lift. Life is appearing more manageable now that you have adopted the Pollyanna attitude. In other words, you're quite optimistic about the day and you see the good in anything. As you begin to put your newfound positive into action and make some long for changes, you suddenly find that something is amiss with the people in your life. Here we go. Morning Andrea, morning Alana, morning Linda, morning Francis. Both inside and out your home, you begin to realise that some of the significant people in your life don't seem to like the changes in you. Even if the old you was a total wreck. Does that sound familiar? So what's happening? What is happening is that others have become accustomed to interacting with you in a certain way. And when the pattern of interaction is broken, there is usually upset to varying degrees. Even when you understand it, this upset can be very disturbing. Not only are you fearful of moving forward, you're now fearful of losing your relationships with other people. Sound familiar? I've been through all this. I still go through all this now with some people. Just when you're in need of the cheering squad, you find yourself faced with the enemy troops. Before I discuss how you deal with the family members who have had a hard time with you growing and being more positive, take a good hard look at the people in your life in general. Do they support you growing or do they drag you down? Do you feel good around being around them, or do you feel contaminated by their negativity? Are they excited about the new you that's emerging, or they would prefer the company of the old you that you're outgrowing now? And the latter part of all the three questions is true. It's time to consider making some changes in your life. So keep in mind that your goal is to move more of yourself from the pain to the power in the way that you hold your fear. And remember this statement. It's amazingly empowering to have the support of a strong, motivated and inspirational group of people. I think that might be us. It's amazingly empowering to have the support of a strong, motivated and inspirational group of people. Morning, Louise. If you're now cringing with the realisation that people in your life are belonging in the weak, stuck and depressed category, don't worry. Awareness of the fact and the key to the solution, that's all you need really. Most of us are not aware that we belong to the moan and groan crowd until we stop moaning and groaning, and then we become aware that things automatically start to take care of themselves. Well, how? Well, it's quite simple. As you begin to grow, you'll notice that you no longer want to be around depressed people. Negativity is contagious, and you walk away feeling, after spending time in the company of a negative person, feeling quite down as a result of that. Positive is contagious as well. The spending time with a positive person makes you feel as though you can sprout wings and fly. Spending time with a positive person can make you feel like you can sprout wings and fly. Remember that. Stay around positive people. So you don't become discerning. Energy is tangible. And as you become more aware, you feel if the person is positive or negative around you. And you'll automatically be drawn to the more positive in your life. The people in your life are a good indicator of where you are operating on an emotional level. So the people that you surround yourself actually are a good indicator of that. Like attracts like. We always used to be taught at Standard Life when I worked here. The one phrase I always remember for them is behaviour breeds behaviour. If you're destructive, guess what you get back? If you're positive, guess what you get back? Morning, Anne-Marie. Like attracts like, and as you begin to change, you'll automatically draw and be drawn to a different kind of person. And that's all good and well. But what do you do with the old friends you've outgrown? Many of the people I've spoken to before are guilty at the thought of leaving their old friends behind. Well, it's understandable, but totally unwarranted. In the first place, they're assuming that their old friends are not strong enough to carry on without them. This is a bit presumptuous. And the more you begin belittling to your friends, I can guarantee you that as you withdraw from their lives, you will find new friends round about you to whom you actually associate with, who will actually lift you up. The mourning groan society will be around for many years to come. Just remember that. They're always there. And your friends will always be welcome to find a home there. There is another possibility though. Your newfound energy will awaken your friends to a new possibility. So you'll actually, your positivity will rub off on them, and they'll lift their spirits as well. And they may join you on your journey towards that action and power within. That, of course, would be the ideal solution. It's important to remember that even if with your old friends as company, you will want to expand your support system so you have all kinds of advanced role models to show you why. So what kind of support system am I really talking about? The kind that makes you feel wonderful about yourself. So that when you say you want to go back to school or get a new job or whatever your friends say, I think that's a fantastic idea. Go for it. You'll do brilliantly. Don't worry, you have what it takes, so go for it. That's the kind of support I'm talking about. Instead of, aren't you taking a big risk? There's so much competition out there, you'll never make it. Or why don't you just leave things the way they are? We've all heard that before, haven't we? I've heard that loads of times. Why do you need to upset things? Because I'm a disruptor, and I love it. When you hear that kind of talk, it's time to run away, remember. Among the new friends you make, include those who are farther along their journey than you are at the moment. This is about, classic example, is if you want to up your game in golf, you play with a more professional golfer. Somebody that's better than you, because clearly they'll be able to teach you something. So if you want to up your game in anything, you play with somebody at a higher level. The power of association pulls you up, as well as your dream pushes you forward. So as Marilyn Ferguson states in her acclaimed book, The Aquarian Conspiracy, if you're to find a way across troubled waters, we are better served by the company of those who have built bridges, who have moved beyond disrepair and inertia. Although it's a great feeling to be able to lead people to a better place, it's also a relief to be led by others who can show you the way. Life becomes more fun and less of a struggle, remember. And when you don't have to pioneer on your own, it's better, because people are round about you to support you. There's a lightness about positive people. They have learned not to take themselves so seriously, and they're a joy to be around. You ever get into a room and you know straight away who to gravitate towards, and you know straight away who to keep away from? And when you walk into a room, does the light go out? Or does it go on and everybody gravitates towards you? Hopefully it's the latter. This is not to say that positive thinkers are flaky. The Inside Edge, the group that I've mentioned previously before, not only are supporters of positive thinking, but they also support people in expanding their own vision into the world and create a healthier planet. When we're concerned with something bigger than ourselves, our fears are greatly diminished. We sense ourselves as being part of a bigger whole. We are not alone, and perhaps for the first time, we are aware of the sense of purpose that we have. It's incredibly important to get in your peace of mind and your sense of power to have some kind of support group round about you. I can't stress enough how important it is to begin now to have strong people in your life, in the form of an established group or simply a group of friends that are consciously in the process of growing. Again, don't worry about your negative friends. It's more important than likely that as soon as you stop agreeing with their victim act, they will either disappear or join you on your path to love and power. So how do we begin this process? And I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30.